Hello, and thank you for tuning into this week's episode of Colonel Cast News.
This is the season finale for the 21-22 school year.
And we have some finale-worthy moments to share with you.
But first...
Ask any senior and they can tell you just how much high school can feel like a time warp. No, not that again. It feels like it flew by, but it also feels like we lived a lifetime here. But then there was COVID, and that was a time warp even on its own.
So, to wrap up the year, the seniors in CCN wrote reflections, which you can read all of in the Colonel Journal, issue 3, on colonelcast.net.
But we also recorded a small segment of these reflections. We're going to share a couple of those now and throughout the episode.
We hope you can find some value in the wisdom regained and hoped to share.
The question I often ask myself is, what defines me as a person? I'm sure a lot of you ask yourselves this. Throughout my 2 amazing years of being part of CCN and my amazing teachers, coaches, friends, and most importantly my parents, I have learned that I am an outgoing, strong, smart, and courageous person. It takes a lot to get up in front of a camera and talk, to go walk around the cafeteria during lunches and shove a camera in others' faces. Strangely, this is where I find myself most comfortable. I am so thankful for Mr. Fish pushing me to do what I love the most. Next year, I will be attending USI and majoring in broadcast journalism. It is a dream of mine to be the lady you see on the side of basketball courts, football fields, cheer, dance competitions, soccer games, etc. As someone who has found their passion, I have some advice for you underclassmen. You don't have to walk around with the wrong crowd. I can assure you that they are not going to get you anywhere. All they're going to do is get you places in life that no one wants to end up. You will find your true friends who will help you find your true self. These friends will not judge you for your past, but they will encourage you to do better for your future.
I'm a senior now. As a successor to my brother and sister, I feel like I have fulfilled my duties as an HEHS student. I participated in everything I wanted to, befriended everyone I thought was super cool, and was taught by some of the best humans I've ever met. This was the year to let go of the things that I couldn't change and focus on the things that made me happy. Just having the opportunity to choose my time here has paid off. I'm going to college to pursue a career in acting, which has been my passion since I was 5 years old. Being able to be a part of the drama club and Colonel Cast News, and being able to use my talents for school has only strengthened my passion for acting. As a senior about to graduate, I feel prepared and ready to leave the nest. And if a freshman finds the effort to listen to this, I have some advice to share. Everything is temporary. The things that you worry about now will make you laugh in the future. And you don't owe anyone anything. Well, other than when your teachers give you homework. People aren't nice freshman year, and all you can do is truck through it. When you think about how it will affect your future. All this sounds stupid. I'm sure you've heard it over and over again, but it really is important. Learn to focus on yourself and no one else. There's a distraction waiting for you every turn, but you must know your priorities. It all sounds silly until you become a senior and you wish you had done things a little differently when you were younger. Take it from me. I started as a frightened Catholic school kid trying not to get trampled in the hallway, and now I'm unapologetically myself, but still trying not to get trampled in the hallway. High school is hard, and being a teenager is hard. It's all difficult, but the only thing you can do to make something is to take something and make something amazing out of it. I'm proud of myself, and I'm proud of what I have accomplished here. I really hope that everyone who ends up graduating from Henderson County can also say that.
Graduating means big changes for the class of 22.
So, here's what some of them are planning to do after they put away their cap and gown.
What are your plans after graduation?
To go to UK and major in biology.
Word.
I'm going to UK and majoring in health science.
All right, all right.
I'm going to UK majoring in international relations.
I'm going to UK, too.
What are you majoring in?
Fashion and film. Word.
I'm going to Kentucky Wesleyan to become a music teacher.
Hi.
Going to college to be a nurse practitioner.
I'm probably going to go to the community college and get a bachelor's degree there. And then after that, probably go to a university or something to get a programming degree.
Okay. What are you doing?
I'm going to Murray State for a couple semesters, then I'll transfer to Japan and learn there.
I'm going to WKU and majoring in construction management.
Okay.
I'm going to IUPUI and majoring in policy law.
I plan on attending EKU.
I'm attending Union University and I plan on majoring in biology.
Ashton, what are you doing after high school?
I'm going to Kentucky Wesleyan University and playing soccer and probably pursuing an education in business.
All right, bet. Quincy, what are you doing?
I'm going to the University of Kentucky for engineering and I'm going to become a millionaire.
I'm going to the University of Kentucky to study pharmacy.
Is that it?
Then I plan to go to medical school again to become a surgeon.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Community college.
Community college.
Word.
I'm going to USI.
And doing what?
Majoring in dental hygiene. Going to college.
For what?
Biology.
Where at?
UK.
What are you going to do after that?
Get a job. I'm going to college.
For what?
Majoring in elementary education.
Where at?
Georgetown.
Good stuff.
To become a high school music teacher.
Where at?
Probably here.
Word. What are you doing, Lincoln?
I don't know. I might go to the mall or something.
Word.
I'm going to Northern Kentucky for a major in fine arts education. Going to college.
Where at?
Louisville.
For what?
For exercise science.
Word.
Lock in, Landon.
College in the fall and run track at Kentucky Wesleyan.
That's what's up. What's your major?
Business major.
Business?
Good stuff, Landon. Good stuff. Good stuff.
Ready? You've got the power. Sorry.
Your last time doing it.
Oh, man.
Oh, we have to get pumped up. Let's stop. Let's get ready to rumble. You got the power. Time for sports update.
Welcome back to the final sports update. I'm Brecken Sauer.
And I'm Isaiah Scott.
We don't know what we're talking about.
Yeah, we really don't, man. It's crazy.
I've been thankful to be one of the sportscasters for the past 2 years with especially Luke Payne. Shout out Luke Payne and Isaiah here. Brought him into the club.
Grabbed me.
Now he's my sports anchor.
Facts.
Yeah, it's been a pleasure. It's been an honor. Yeah, what do you got to say out there?
Man, well, I'm honored. I appreciate you dragging me in here with no experience, not know what I was going to do. Didn't know Mr. Fish at all.
Nope.
The only people I knew in this class were Lauren, Rachel, and Brecken. So,
yeah, it was good.
I appreciate it. I
Good
appreciate
ride.
it. Good, great ride.
From not doing anything of Fish writing our scripts to me writing the scripts, a stupid long sports update every week that no one really pays attention to.
Facts.
But I don't care.
Go Colonels,
It was
baby.
fun. Go Colonels.
What?
Go Colonels.
Charge on.
All right.
When I started my freshman year of football, I was good enough to start and be able to hold my own on the field. I began to not try because I thought I was the best lineman, and I thought I could beat anyone. One day I was at practice, I was just slacking off. In one of the drills, coach pulled me aside and yelled at me for a solid 5 minutes. For the next 2 weeks, I never touched the field. I lost my starting spot. Coach Harrison taught me a valuable lesson that day that I think everyone needs to understand and comprehend at least once in their life. You can always be replaced. This lesson Coach taught me that day changed me forever. This taught me that I'm not special as I once thought, and not the most important because no one is. I slowly began to change and understand that it is selfish to think of yourself before others. I realized that there are no weird kids. Everyone has their ways of living and the ways of socializing with others. As a sophomore, I decided to branch out and treat others how I wanted to be treated. I began to make friends from every social group you can think of. I began to treat people like they matter more than I do. I made connections with numerous of teachers and students that I never thought I would even have a simple conversation with. I began to smile more. A simple smile can make someone's day, and it can also make your own day.
Graduation is less than a month away and opportunities are in abundance. This summer I will be able to start my own brand of clothes and join a family friend who is going to a fashion event. Next fall I will be attending University of Kentucky, majoring in fashion design and journalism. I plan to be a red carpet fashion designer and eventually be able to compete with the names of Gucci, Louis Vuitton, and even Chanel. I appreciate all the people who have been there for me throughout my journey and who have helped me, who have impacted my life, and I am forever grateful for each and every one of you. And I will be checking off another chapter of my life, moving on to college, slowly realizing how much support I truly have. And I love you, Henderson County. Thank you for all of you've done. Stay smooth, be safe. Zavo out.
Thank you for tuning in to this last edition of Sports Update for the 2021-2022 school year. I'm Brecken Sauer.
And I'm Isaiah Scott. Peace out.
Hey, welcome to Entertainment with Griffin
and Joe.
We're leaving. I'm not leaving.
Yeah, Griffin is staying, but I am sadly moving on to college. But I have enjoyed doing entertainment with you. And whoever the new co-host got some big shoes to fill. Hopefully.
Small shoes to fill.
Not the hype joke. But anyway. But I will miss you. And y'all enjoy watching us. And yeah, I love y'all. Bye, County. This is Joe Douglas. At the beginning of the year, I was scared because I thought it would be a repeat of my sophomore year and my junior year, and how I didn't get to do any activities, but I got to do all my favorite activities. Things that shaped me were getting to know new people and having a better high school experience than my other 3 years. I am now a stronger person, and I stand up for myself a little bit more. And I would like to give a special thanks to Griffin Alexander for doing entertainment with me. Hopefully you'll hear me on the radio, or Good Morning America, or working with ABC in a couple of years. Bye, County.
I'm Katie. This is my senior reflection. I used to be a really anxious freshman, and I had come from an entirely different county. I didn't know anyone, and let alone how to talk to people. I was really scared in high school that I wouldn't have many friends. The things that shaped me in my time here was participating in choir and CCN. I met many wonderful people, and I'm happy to have made my mark. Now I'm older, and I've made so many lovely friends. My art has improved a lot, and I've represented my school through the things I've created. I plan on advancing into visual art at OCTC soon, and I hope to make an impact.
Recycling is important and helps us become more responsible inhabitants of our beautiful planet. We have a great recycling center right here in Henderson, and Brecken and Isaiah recently went with Lorelei of the Environmental Club to go and check it out.
My name is Lorelei Duncan. I'm part of the Environmental Club, and I'm here with Nancy Watkins, who is
the Solid Waste and Recycling Coordinator for Henderson County, Kentucky.
And we got a couple questions for her about, what are your operation hours?
We are open Monday through Friday, 7 to 3. The gate closes at 3. We're closed every weekend and all government holidays.
And how do you get a recycling bin to your home?
The recycling bins that is handled through the City of Henderson, and their website is thecityofhendersonky.org. collectionsinformation.org, and the phone number is 270-854-2064. And they will be more than glad to help you get a bin.
And how do high schoolers help with this?
High schoolers would just help with this by sharing the information on the items that we do bring into the recycling facility. A lot of people may not know that we take TVs, we take microwaves, and we take glass bottles and jars, which is something that the recycling bin in the city, the jars and bottles, they get thrown into the landfill. Actually here, we actually recycle the glass bottles and jars and reuse them in construction projects.
So that's enough. Well, thank you for having us here.
You're more than welcome, anytime.
Well, we wouldn't want to leave you all without sharing some critical information that has recently come out to the open. Our Intro to Media class.
Yay! I love intro. We were intro kids once.
Woohoo! They've been digging up information on other teachers in our building who might be trying to hide secret identities.
So, here's one you all might have suspected, but now there's evidence.
Do you think Miss Robinson is a cop?
Wow. Now that you say that, she always knows what's going on.
Yeah.
And like she calls me and tells me about things before they come out, like who's been in trouble, and I don't know. That's a very real possibility.
I think she is.
Yes, we need to look into that.
I think.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. She seems to always know, the FBLA students. She knows their business, but maybe even before they do it or whatever. It seems like.
Yeah.
So.
I really think so.
Yeah, I'd even go as far as say she's a detective. So now our SRO, he is a Detective Newman. So she might be working with him.
Oh, I never thought about that.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Yes, because right here. So I'm gonna go, and you go that way, and I'll go this way, and then we will go. And I got my handcuffs, and we're good to go. Okay.
My background tells me, I can really read people, and I've paid attention and watched her because she's always creeping around. It's like standing behind corners and sort of peering out. And I said, and she's always in everybody's business.
I know.
Man, I feel sorry for those the FBLA folks because she's always up in their business, and that's the first sign. That's a telltale sign that she's the police.
Miss Robinson is a cop?
If you don't think she's coppin', you cappin'.
Thank you for watching this week's final episode of Colonel Cast News.
We'll be back in a couple months when someone else is sitting behind this desk.
Dang, this just got real.
Yeah, I'm gonna miss you, man.
Miss you too.
That's sad. Anyways, please be sure to follow at Colonel Cast on Instagram and Facebook. We'd love to hear your feedback and ideas on what we should talk about or investigate.
Until next year, stay safe, County, and have a great, wonderful, and safe summer.
This
is
the
Colonel Cast signing out.
So, to wrap up the year, the seniors in CCN wrote reflections, which you can read all of in the Colonel Journal Issue 3 on colonelcast.net.
But we also recorded a small segment.
Segment?
No, I hate that word.
Oh God.
I hate that word.
I'm so sorry.
No.
You mean the voices in your head?
Yes.
Raggy.
Just say when.
When?
Okay, I'm gonna be quiet. Okay. 3, 2, 1. Ask any senior and they can tell you just how much high school feels like it. It feels like it flew by, but it also feels like we've lived here a lifetime. And then there was a COVID.
And then there was a COVID.
Get up. I gotta come up to you like you do.
I got you. Yo.
What are your plans after high school?
I'm gonna drop everything I have. I'm gonna change my name. I'm gonna move to Africa and become a freaking builder.
What are you changing your name to?
Zimbabwe Nguku.
Solid. Good plan.
Graduating means big changes for the class of 22. Big.
Now you get so
Big changes.
You ready? Let me be Isaiah. Graduating means big changes for the class of 22.
And I'll be Brecken. So, here's what some of them are.